What's up, guys? It's Skylord here, back with another video. Today we're gonna do some reacting, and it's gonna be on about OG Fortnite for 2024. Now, if you haven't seen, the roadmap leak for that season is going to be Chapter 2, Seasons 1, 2, 3, and I was just thinking about it, and I was thinking it's kind of confusing, and then I found this. OG Fortnite 2024 confuses me. So I think we should react to this together. Let's turn on desktop audio, and let's get down to it.
Yo, look at the leaves falling. It's OG, baby. We're a blessing. Oh my
Okay.
God, I'm back.
Wait, is that Clark Clint?
OG, baby. We're a blessing.
Chad, is that Clark Clint? By the way, I think that is. I like that guy.
Dude, why is this making me emotional?
Myth? Did Myth play OG?
Dude, why is this making me
Chat, y'all didn't tell me Myth played.
emotional?
I didn't know that.
OG Fortnite broke player record after player record. Old streamers literally crawling out of their graves to play the Chapter 1 map. This was a huge
I love that.
success, and given the amount of people crowding the Fortnite space, Fortnite was somehow taken off guard because they did something that many people have been begging them to do for years, and Fortnite was like, okay, we'll do it again. And OG Fortnite 2024 is slated to happen.
And see, my thing is this gonna hit the same? That's one of my big things, and I hope he covers it. I don't know yet. I hope he covers because I don't know if this will hit the same. At least for me, it won't probably. So I don't know. Let's see.
But how would OG Fortnite 2 work?
Okay, can we just take a second? Can we just take a second to appreciate this? I'm screenshotting. I don't care. Yoink. That's mine now.
OG Fortnite work. After that roadmap leak came out, I wasn't really sold on its legitimacy until that
agreed.
girl became the next festival icon, and us currently being in the Wasteland season. It's not confirmed or denied by Epic, but I think it's safe to say that this shit is real.
Why did I pause right at like the perfect time? That's weird.
Is it real?
With that in mind, the OG map this time around would be the Chapter 2 map, and on paper, I'd be fine with that personally, but going off of this alleged roadmap, I'm not so sure if I'm on board with this as much as Chapter 1. Let's get
I agree.
the audience appeal factor out of the way really quick. If we're being honest, Chapter 1 appeals to a larger amount of people because that's when the game became popular. Most people love that chapter. It's more loved than Chapter 2. There's no beating around the bush. That's just how it is. So right off the bat, Chapter 2 isn't probably going to rank in as many people as last year. Even if they did do Chapter 1 again, some people are just going to realize that it's just going to be the same and probably just pass. And to be honest, I feel like Fortnite really missed an opportunity to make a faithful rendition of the Chapter 1 map. The whole volcano section with Sunny Steps and Lazy Lagoon never happened, as well as a plethora of other inconsistencies.
Yeah, this was my problem with because I was hoping they'd because I mean, realistically, they just created a whole new map when they did this. When they could have just copy pasted, it would have been so much easier on them, and they could have focused on like bringing back the old weapon models or bringing back something else that players would like, the old UI. And instead they just which I mean I get that like they were like, oh, people are gonna want Greasy, they're gonna want Flush Factory, you know, because when they're not doing the OG seasons, they want the OG spots on the map though. So I get why they did it, but like the volcano, no one cares about Wailing Woods or Lonely Lodge. Let me back this up just a little bit.
And Lazy Lagoon never happened, as well as a plethora of other inconsistencies.
Here, I need to see that frame where it was like up against each other. Like, this was way better because they had Shifty still, but it was snowed over. They had was this Happy Hamlet? They had Polar Peak, which everyone loved. The Viking place was still there. I mean, it's just Greasy wasn't there and Flush wasn't there, but no one really cared at the time. Loot Lake was better. I don't really like the fact that Kevin Island was there. Let's look up a picture. All right. Here we go. See, and like, we had the block, which, I mean, I guess, Lazy Links was a good spot for OG, but they couldn't have predicted that, really. So I'm kind of glad they didn't do like Lazy Lagoon, because I don't really like Lazy Lagoon. Or at least I like Lazy Links way better. So I am kind of glad they kept that. But like this spot right here was really cool to me. I love Sunny. The volcano was cool, especially once they started doing like the mech building and all that, and they made it whatever that spot's called. Yeah, Lonely State. I didn't remember that. But like Whaling, no one cared. You know, like they could have just shoved at least the volcano and Sunny, and even if they didn't do Lazy, I don't get why they can't do the block. And just left it at that, because no one went Whaling, no one cared. Wait, nope, never mind. I would have been very mad because I just remembered Risky Reels was right there. Nope, never mind, not happening. I'm kind of glad they didn't do that because I loved me some Risky Reels. Call me the Risky Renegade, but like the rest, like no one cared about Greasy that much because it was in Chapter 3. No one cared about Flush because it just wasn't that good a spot, if we're being honest with each other. But like this map was so good. I wish they would do like the first couple seasons at some point for Anarchy Acres, but yeah. And anyway, like this map just wasn't as good, in my opinion.
And I think that was
other than Risky.
To do it, because if they did Chapter 1 again,
sorry, let's rewind.
Scraps Cube event, and I think that was their.
That was another thing. Like, why did they have that in the files, right? Why did they have all of that ready to go, and then they just decided not to do it? Like, just skip over? That's dumb to me.
One chance to do it, because if they did Chapter 1 again, I don't see themselves advertising the fact that it's a faithful remaster this time, because at that point they're kind of just admitting to the public that OG Fortnite 1 was not half kind of scraped together to plunge us into Chapter 5 and not a long calculated season. Going off of this, it appears that we're only going to be getting seasons 1, 2, and 3. Now, I have a few issues with this, mainly because those 3 seasons are very similar, and to be honest, you can kind of count them as a cohesive trilogy.
Agreed. Season 1 and 3 were just so lackluster. Which Season 3 did have a decent map after the flood went down. But the loot pool was not that good. I hate the charge. To be honest, my goated loadout, I think a pump charge tack loadout would be a good loadout, and we've had that in Chapter 2, Season 8. Because we had the pump, we had the tack, and you could craft the charge. So you had all 3. If you do like the charge, you could have it. That was a very good season to me. If I'm gonna be honest, everyone hates on that season. Like, it was not horrible. Season 8 was, in my opinion, good, because we got to vote what weapons would come in. Now, yeah, we did vote for some. I think some of these votes were a little bad. I wanted that proximity launcher, but that thing is very busted, and people like the flint knock, so.
Season 1 was a snooze fest.
Anyway.
Yeah,
exactly. Nothing. It was the most basic loot pool we've had since like Chapter 1, Season 1. Actually, I think more basic than that. And then Season 3 just had like a really weird meta, just like with everything going around. Season 2 had a burst. You had the burst, you had the scar, you had the pump, you had the tack, you had the suppressed scar. Fly. You had the suppressed sniper, the heavy sniper, the bolt, the AK, the minigun, which the minigun had been nerfed at that point, so it was decent for the loadout. The P90. Was the TAC SMG in that season? I can't remember.
Season 1s are supposed to be basic. However,
the I agree.
When you think of this season is the harpoon gun and lightsabers.
That is very real, because nothing new happened in the start of Chapter 2. Like, they did that in Chapter 3 with like the MK, the first loadout reset for like just completely redo was Chapter 3.
Now, I'm not sure on the contractual agreements with Star Wars and Disney taking up the spotlight during OG, but for the sake of simplicity and what OG represents, let's say they don't do the Star Wars event, because OG, at least for me, maybe some people can agree, celebrates Fortnite and its roots, right? And taking Star Wars out of this season, you have the harpoon gun that represents Season 1. And to make it a bit more somber, the loot pool in Season 1, while very well-rounded and grounded,
Exactly.
it's very basic. It's the same loot pool as
Yeah. AR burst, like right at like the last update of the season, we had the AK, 2 shotguns.
weapons. Boats are definitely going to be there, so
Wasn't
we're not
good.
that deep in the water. But Season 1, I don't really know. Season 2 was light years better. The map changes while
Agreed.
great. You need a damn microscope to see what the new POIs are, but I digress. It's a fan favorite season. No-brainer. Season 3 is pretty much the only season of the 3 that has a big map change, which is the water. And if you want to count the Fortilla and the other areas like this donkey of a POI.
I hate you. Coral Castle, I hate you. You're not even like a person. You're just a building, but I hate you. Hope you never come back.
That's my biggest problem right now. It's only those 3. Because Chapter 2 itself is just a mess.
Well, no, I think he's forgetting like the agency and the authority. I like the authority. That was a really cool spot. But the agency was better. But the walls were cool. If the agency had the walls, it would have been go to POI for sure.
No, because they can't do the Marvel season because A, contracts. B, we're gonna have a new Marvel season right before.
Exactly. If that Marvel season sucks, I'm quitting this game. By the way.
Allegedly. And it's just too much Marvel shit in that small time frame. Season 5 is a collab-ridden mess with not 1, but 2 collab POIs with Predator and The Mandalorian. So unless they want to put collab shit in center for Fortnite OG and deal with legality meeting.
What was this? Is this a canon thing, by the way? I'm curious.
Fortnite OG and deal with legality meetings. I don't see how they can do Season 5. I think 4 people on planet Earth actually want Season 6.
Okay, y'all about to hate me. Y'all about to hate me in the comments. The only 3 things that were bad about this season. At the end. Now, at the start, there was a lot wrong with the season, but by the end of the season, there was 3 things wrong. Crafting was just stupid. That was the only way to get anything. You'd land and you'd get a gray whatever, and you'd have to craft it, whereas someone else would land on a gold scar, and you're just cooked. And they don't got to do anything to get that. It's just, it was dumb. I like the way they refined it in these 2 seasons, although I do agree. I also do kind of agree it was a good idea to just scrap it, because realistically it was just a walking upgrade bench at that point or the walking side grade bench. It wasn't really that good. And then the makeshift bow, just the worst thing to ever touch this game, other than the makeshift AR. I hate that thing with a burning passion. I've died so many times trying to use it. But as long as they don't add those 3 things, I would be okay with the Magnum back. I think the bows were a really creative idea. Or, I mean, not really, but like the way they just did different things. I really liked them. They were really cool to me. The primal weapons weren't horrible, because the primal AR, everyone hates on that. It's faster. That's what it's supposed to do. It's more like an SMG than an AR. If you had a bow and a primal AR, you just use the bow for range. When they get mid-range to close, that's when you pull out your AR. The primal shotgun was pretty cool. Now at the start of the season, I will admit that thing was the most broken and made me rage more than anything. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, I just remembered this was also the season with the recycler. Add that to the list of things that's wrong with it. I hate that thing. It's so stupid. But really, the loot pool, the primal AR, the primal weapons weren't all bad except for the. I'm trying to think. The primal shotgun at the start of the season. The primal pistol was weird. A burst pistol is just not it. That one's like iffy, but it's a gimmicky weapon. I mean, they do that a lot. Looking at you, Chapter 3, heavy shotgun. Hey, I hate you for the burning passion as well. But the map was good. The loot pool was pretty good. 'Cause we still had the AR, we had the SMG, the pump, the tac. I think it was the first time we had the pump and the tac in the same loot pool. The infantry rifle was in, which I really like that because I like that gun. The revolver, the makeshift revolver. I love that thing because it fit. Because if you get a blue one, 50, 50, 50, 50, they're just dead. They can't do anything. It shoots. It's really good as a secondary. Or third area, you need a spray weapon, but it's like a mini shotgun. Excuse me, mini shotgun, and I like it for that. I will say the thing that made me most mad about this season, but at the same time most happy, is that you did all those Spire quests to get the Raz style, and you had to grind, right? And then on the last day, they just gave that out to everybody. Which I didn't finish. So I got the thing because of that, which I'm actually happy about. But which I was happy about, and I'm glad I have it, but I don't like how I got it. I wish I would have done the challenges and got it the right way. That was stupid. But gameplay-wise, I mean, if they just take out the makeshift AR, the crafting, the makeshift bow, and the primal pistol, or maybe not even the primal pistol, the recycler, I'm okay with them bringing it back. Because as long as they, if they refine it, it's okay. And the dual pistols, too. Remember that. And the exotics were good that season.
Primal to come back, which leaves season 7 and 8. And if I'm being honest,
I love this season. I know I already said that, but I love this season.
I'd rather see these two in OG. While the map changes,
I agree. I'd rather have these over 1 and 3. Give me 2, 7, and 8, and I'm happy.
With a Grimace Shake lean concoction spilling all over the map in season 7, and someone farting and map in season 8, these represent Fortnite Chapter 2 the most. And I just realized while writing this script that season 8 had Venom and Carnage mythics.
I know they're thinking about the copyright thing, but honestly, I think they were only in for 2 weeks, and they got vaulted early because of some glitch. So I mean, it really this shouldn't stop them. If we're all being honest, this shouldn't stop them from bringing it back this season. I get the Marvel seasons; there's a whole season. These mythics were in for 2 weeks, tops, and then they got taken out. So.
Okay, let's pretend they don't bring those mythics back. I think season 2, season 7, and season 8
I
would
agree.
Be a more optimal trilogy to
yeah, exactly.
Chapter 2 if they're sticking to 3 seasons only. Speaking of, how will they even disperse the time spent in each season? If it's a month long like last time, they can spend more time in each season. Since OG took place in November of last year and the roadmap leak lines up, it's probably going to be November again. We can kind of do the math here. November has 30 days, and if we were to start on November 1st, since Fortnite likes to launch seasons on Fridays, so the baby Baba players can play when preschool gets out that day and they have the whole weekend. 30 days, 3 seasons, 10 days each, which is actually longer than the 7 days each season got in OG1. I think this is the best case scenario for Chapter 2. While memorable in its own right, it may not capture the same magic or widespread enthusiasm as
Ultimately, I agree. And this is what I said before I started watching this, and I'm glad he talked about it, because it's not going to hit the same, because we've already had it, but B, already had an OG season, but B, the Chapter 2 just doesn't hit for most people. It'll hit for me, because I really liked it. This one I really got serious about playing, but yeah, I don't know. If it's 2, 7, and 8, though, I'll be happy. If it's not, I'm not. If they somehow work out 4, I'm going to be so happy, especially if next season's trash. Because if they fail the Marvel season, then bring back the good one, that's redemption, I'm okay with that.
For one map. And with that in mind, I want to know what you guys think. Would you guys rather have a faithful and accurate Chapter 1 map or the Chapter 2 map for OG Fortnite this year? Leave me a message in my blue.
I don't think it's a good idea for them to do that again. I just don't. Chapter 1 again just wouldn't be a very good. Just considering they already did it.
Blue's Clues mailbox. If you guys use my creator code Leia1, I will be like, OMG, that's so wholesome. Other than that, thank you for watching. Have a wholesome day.
You're welcome.
And fly away today.
All right. So y'all make sure to go sub to Go show Leo some love. I'm gonna hit him with that. This was pretty good. I agree with a lot of his points, and yeah, just go show him some love. Without further ado, I will see you all in the next one. Peace.